What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sanchez405 coming at you on the warpath. Didn't do a Thursday thought video for the preseason game against the Jets, so I thought I'd give my thoughts on what I saw here today in the 22-18 victory against the Jets. And starting off with the offense, I think Colt McCoy showed that he is a backup, and why the reasons perfectly why he is the backup quarterback and why he's not a starter. The first drive of the series proved that. The first drive of the game, rolling out to his right and finding Darrelle Revis in the end zone when that took away 3 points. And on the second drive, it looked like they were going to do a little bit. Didn't really wind up that way. And then the defense gave them a gift, and Jay went for it on 4th and 1 with Chocolate Factory Robert Kelly, who had a setback game, and they didn't convert on that. And that's 6 to 10. That's 6 to 14 points that you're leaving on the field right there. So I think Dustin Hopkins could have knocked them in both from those point blank ranges. And there was another opportunity where they were getting close, and then there was penalties and everything. And I just think that the running game is still the biggest question mark on the offense. For a long time we thought it was the offensive line, but this running back core is scaring me. I am horrified at what these guys are capable of. There has to be Pierre Thomas or some veteran running back needs to come up in here, because this is just we're going to miss Alfred Morris pretty bad if this continues, where they're only getting 2 and 3 yards a pop. I'm starting to think that Matt Jones is Spanish for fall backwards or lose a yard or something. But and hopefully Matt is okay. He did take that hit on his shoulder there, and it looks like it's going to be AC sprain. So they may have to bring in a camp body. I don't know if they're going to go with who they want, who they have now. If I'm Jay, I'm seriously making some calls to see who would fit that scheme. Maybe he might have an old guy in Cincinnati or something like that, but it's really concerning, that running back position. Wide receivers, Rashad Ross, he led the team, had 2 nice touchdown catches after struggling. It was one play on the first drive where he kind of ran backwards, and which was the precursor to Colt McCoy throwing that interception. And I'm like, you have to go forward in those situations, especially when you're in the red zone. There's no reason to go backwards in that situation. I know he's trying to make a play, but he's just going to have to realize that, the more yards you can get, you're setting up a better play to punch it in. So, and, with the opportunity of how the running game's played, he's really going to realize that. And, I think Jameson Crowder came out, Ryan Grant came out and played really good too as well. I think the wide receiver position, you have these guys like Des Stewart, Valdez Showers, and Harris, and all these guys, Thorpe. Yeah, I don't think they're going to make the team. I think it's pretty set. And the 3 guys who, we're going to be on the bottom end of that list in the wide receiving core, I think they're going to make the team. I just think that, these guys are practice bodies for the most part, because Redskins, we have a solid core of receivers there. And, going to the second phase of the game, the defense, they did another number on the starting quarterback. In the first, they had one series, only allowed 2-3 yards total. And, after the first quarter, the Redskins had the ball for almost 14 minutes compared to the Jets only having it for almost close to 60 seconds. So, that was saying something about them putting drives together. But, starting defense, Chris Baker and them, a lot of the guys missed the game. Ryan Kerrigan didn't play, and even on offense, Kirk Cousins didn't play. Josh Norman didn't play also. Will Compton didn't. So they had a few guys who were missing. It was Kirk's birthday, so maybe him and his buddies had to go to Chuck E. Cheese or something before the game. It got a little too rowdy on the Coca-Cola and the pizza, but who knows? I don't know what kind of message that's sending. Especially after my Warpath Wednesday video, I really don't know what Jay's trying to do, and he's kind of going to that, falling back on that quarterback coddling, and we'll see where that goes. But defense, is why they were hitting out there. Those boys were hitting. Terrence Garvin was looking really good. I think Kendall Fuller, he's looking, pretty good for a rookie. He did get beat a couple of times. As altogether, the team gave up a lot of passing yardage to Bryce Petty, and he had about 242 on the game and 2 touchdown passes. So for the first half, outside of that safety, the offense looked okay, but just about the defense. And D Hall had that fumble recovery. It was a massive hit. Spate's looking good. I know a lot of us on here love Martell Spate. I think he might be starting middle linebacker. Come the regular season, we're just not sure. And like I said, I think Perry Riley, he might be on the bubble as far as that's concerned. And I just think that they played pretty well against decent wide receivers. They played a great wide receiver in Brandon Marshall. The first team did, although he was only out there for a little bit. And special teams, still a headache. Jameson Crowder, I know he's getting his feet wet again in that regard. He wasn't an effective punt returner last year, but fumbling those punts. Quentin Dunbar had to go back there and recover it. Dustin Hopkins didn't get any action, but Tress Way was the man as far as getting those guys pinned deep and everything. Hopefully this will, bleed over into the regular season. Way Tress has played really well. His first 2 seasons in Washington, I don't think we should expect anything less from him. For the first time in a long time, we have a decent kicker and a decent punter all together. And, that's really exciting on the specialist end. And also, the referees weren't as involved as much. They were still involved, but not as much. And, I think these offensive blunders, hopefully they get them solved. It's going to be the final dress rehearsal before the regular season against the Buffalo Bills next week. I'm not sure if that's a Saturday, Thursday, or Friday. Comment below, just let me know which one that is. And, I'm going to try to get a Thursday Thoughts video out. If not, I'll review the game. It just depends on it. You always get Warpath Wednesday and, what's going on with the Skins. But for the preseason, like I said, I don't review games, but I said since I didn't do Thursday Thoughts, I thought I'd come on here and review the game and what I thought. And it's a preseason game. It's going to be messy. It's going to be crappy. It's going to be sloppy. It's going to be, it's just going to be like your college prom. It's going to be like your prom date, sloppy afterwards. So that's what we get out of the preseason. I think it's going to be a good thing, a good game against the Bills, and see what Kirk Cousins' company can do against that, getting ready for the Steelers coming up on September 12th. Like I always say, love, peace, and hail. I love you guys. Comment, subscribe, tell mama, daddy, grandma, grandpa, aunties, uncles, everybody. Tell them because, we're trying to make this thing big. As always, I love you guys, and I'll be talking to you soon. I'm out.